Guys, what's up? Welcome to the production team day. Wah, wah, wah. You know, like big crazy sound effects. Hey, so glad you guys are here. Seriously, this is awesome. Great turnout. Hey, I want to first thank each and every one of you guys that served today. And you're still here. That's awesome. So happy. I know we had a few technical difficulties this morning, but you guys nailed it. We got through it. And people got to hear the gospel, which is what we do. So that's awesome. And I'm so pumped that you guys are a part of this. So, hey, we have the awesome privilege to hear from Pastor Kent. He's going to talk to our team today. So if you can, just give him a round of applause. Thanks, Pastor Kent.
Yo. All right, hey, so we're doing this for filming purposes, right? Yeah? All right. There's hundreds and hundreds of people here. No, there's not, because there's not that many smart people in our church who could do this. So, seriously, you're the bravest people in our whole church. Do you realize that? You are. You're the bravest people. Anyone who would be brave enough to push any of those buttons, slide any of those sliders, stand behind any of those computers, be responsible for any of those cameras and all that equipment, you're brave, and I am in awe. Not worthy of you and what you do. Seriously, it's amazing what you do. So, hey, let's start with this. Quick icebreaker. Turn to somebody, groups of 2 or 3, make sure no one's left out, and share with them this one thing. What's the most important news you've ever had the privilege of sharing? The most important news you've ever had the privilege of sharing. All right, groups of 2 or 3, ready? Go. Let's do it. All right, here we go. So, all right, I heard, did I hear med school? Got into med school? Smarty pants over here. Pretty awesome. That's why you're in this room. All right, what else? What else is there? We're pregnant? Who did that one? I'm sure that's right. Kathy, the Wibleys. That's good. What else? Engagement, big deal. Congratulations. That's cool. That's a good one. All right. For me, most important news I've ever had the privilege of sharing was our first pregnancy, and that was with my mom and dad. My wife and I, we waited 5 years before we had, tried to have a kid, and so my parents had no clue. And the deal was with my wife, I said, hey, listen, if I can get SportsCenter, we can have a baby. So I got SportsCenter, she had a baby. It was good. So it was awesome. It was a great day for us. And so she got pregnant, and we took my parents out to Maggiano's, and we had the waitress bring up a high chair to the table with a gift from my dad that said world's best grandpa, and a gift from my mom that said world's best grandma, something like that. And my mom just melted. She cried. It was a great moment. It was awesome. I remember the exact seats in Maggiano's. It's like a sacred space for us. And so there was that. The second most would be my second born, because I like the first one more. But the second born was really cool. It was actually at Kaylee's first birthday party. This is actually one of my favorite moments of my dad. And my dad passed this past summer, and so it's pretty special for me. At Kaylee's very first birthday party, we had a bunch of friends over to my mom and dad's house. And at the end of the birthday party, we had, she had done the whole cake thing and that whole deal. And we had everybody get together in front of the mantle and to take a picture. And I'm standing behind the camera, and everybody's standing there to take a picture. And I said, 1, 2, 3. And I looked up, and Tiffany was standing right in the middle. I said, Tiffany's pregnant. And right then, everybody went, oh, and I snapped the picture. And I have this cool picture of this moment. My favorite thing about the picture, though, is my dad standing right in the middle, and he is full on Tony the Tiger, like fist pump, so excited that we're pregnant with number 2. It's pretty special. So if you've ever had the privilege of sharing some big news, you know like how incredible that is. I mean, it's crazy to think about that words could come out of one person's mouth, go into someone else's ears, and then in that moment, that person's entire world, their life, their perspective, like their whole future even, could change because of whatever that news was. I say all that to say this. In the scriptures, there is another message that's more powerful than any message that's ever been given to anyone ever in the history of ever. And when that message is delivered with clarity, when that message is delivered in a way that really connects with the human heart, there's not a bunch of junk that gets in the way of it. When that message is shared in a way that actually makes sense without distractions, that message has the potential in a greater way than any other message that's ever been shared to completely change a person's life. Completely change a person's life. The church is the steward of that message. That's what we do. We carry that message. We take that message to people, and that is there's life that's found in Jesus, not just for right now while you're here on this earth, but for forever, for eternity. It's the most important message that's ever been given, that your sin can be forgiven and that God wants to be the leader of your life. It's the most important thing ever. The church stewards that message, and this is why I love the production team, because that's where you come in. Like, that's what you do in a greater way than almost any other team. Honestly, in our church, you help steward that message. You make that message even possible, right? You make it possible for anybody who is in the auditorium to hear, to comprehend, to be able to connect with that message. You make sure that what people see is something that's pleasing and makes sense and isn't confusing. You make sure what they hear isn't distracting, but actually delivers what it's supposed to deliver, right? You make sure in a greater way than almost any other team, probably any other team at all, that what people feel is what they're supposed to feel. You know what I'm saying? With lights and sound and cameras, and this is just in one location. One location. And this is the thing that's really special about the production team, is that our vision is to see every person in the city, right? Right there. Every person in the city make Jesus the forgiver and leader of their life. And we're dead serious about that. Like, every person in the whole city. It's 1.56 million people now. Used to be 1.53. We're growing. 1.56 million people in the city. And when we say every person, we really mean it. Every single person. And I don't know if you realize, but in a greater way than any other team in our entire church, you make our vision possible. Because you take that message and you multiply it not just to hundreds of ears in an auditorium, but to thousands of people in multiple auditoriums all across this city. Now 4, but one day 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. And that's only because of what you do and your willingness to leverage your gifts, your talents, your ability, your bravery to get behind a piece of technology and allow that to be used to transmit the most important message that's ever been given, so that people all over the city can find hope and life through Jesus. You make that possible. The hospitality team doesn't do that. The usher team doesn't do that. Nobody else does that. You do that. And so when you're wrapping a cable, or you're running a line, or you're flipping through some slides, or you're setting up a camera shot, or you're making sure the sound is right, or you're setting the EQ on a mic, it matters. It matters more so than getting the bagels right. Do you know what I'm saying? It matters. And so I'm so grateful that there's people like you that are willing to get up week after week after week with internet being out and stuff missing and cables dying and like full on, what are we doing right now? But let's get this together because it matters. Thanks so much for what you do. It's a huge, huge, huge deal. Thank you.
Hey, thanks, Pastor Kent. Man, and now I'm supposed to talk. So let's see how that goes. Awesome. Hey, again, thank you guys so much for being here. So this might be a little bit weird because there are just a couple faces. I don't know if I've actually met you yet, like personally, but I want to make sure that I do. So if I haven't introduced myself yet, my name is Ron Millward. I transitioned with Chris just a little bit ago, about 3 months ago. I came on staff, and so I took over as the production director. So thank you guys for being here, for responding to the event on Planning Center and being here. I want to do something really quick. I want to ask Chris if you'd come up here. Man, so Chris has been here for what, a little over 2 years? Man, Chris is, oh man, we really do love each other. It's awesome. So we get to sit in that office over there with like some weird guys, Coop and Ron, and they smell and things get a little bit crazy and weird in there. But Chris and I are the actual normal ones. So we've actually been able to like build a relationship over the past couple of months. And man, I just got to say, this guy is awesome. I appreciate everything that he's done to take the team to where it is now. And we look at it as like passing the baton. I'm taking it. I want to go further. He's taking you guys as far right now and is transitioning over to video. So I'm just so grateful. Can we just give him a round of a hand? Got any words, man?
I have a speech prepared. I actually do, but it's super short, so don't
Here,
worry.
use this. Here you go.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Ron. That's what it says. Yeah. So the last few years with you guys brought a lot of changes and challenges. I wanted to thank you guys for your hearts to serve, being flexible and doing things with excellence. You and I may never know, like Kent was talking about, just how many lives have been changed by Jesus because of your faithfulness to serve. So that's really important. I can't wait to see what God has in store for the future of production with Ron. He's super passionate about creating healthy culture and doing things really well on Sundays. So that's really awesome. I'm excited to see where he's going to take that. So the team at Epic truly believes that the best is yet to come, and we're super excited. Can't wait to see what you do, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Cool. Thanks, brother. Awesome. Hey, well, just a couple things. So we all use Pro Presenter. I'm going to go ahead and use that as well. Really quick, just to go over our mission at Epic Church, what we do. We create churches that lead people to and through their next steps. Our vision, why we exist, is to see every person in the city make Jesus the forgiver and leader of their life. So no matter what we talk about today and what we do, that is the most important thing. And everything that we do, we operate within the parameters of that and what our church and what our vision is. And so I'm grateful for all of you guys. I want to do just a quick update. So far this year, we have had 208 people choose to follow Jesus, make him the leader of their life. That's a big deal. So that's awesome. And another thing, Epic Day, we had a record attendance of 2,441 people, which is also incredible. So that number, it's not just about numbers. It's not, hey, we had all these people here. That's a life. That is somebody. That's their story. Every story matters to God, and that's why we do what we do. So that's exciting. What's next? We have a couple things coming up. We've got baptisms and child dedication on April 30th. I would love to see you guys there. Some of you guys are serving. This is a big, amped up service that we have. And so if you can make it out, invite some people, come out. It's going to be an awesome night. And then this you may have received, or you may not have received it yet, but we have our volunteer conference coming up on May 20th. It's going to be incredible. I would like to see every person in this room and everybody that serves on our team to come. This is where our pastor and some other people are going to be just pouring out some leadership tips to all of us and helping us grow as people and leaders and grow as a team. So I'd love for you to be there. There are also some people serving, and if you'd like to serve, let me know. We've got a few things we're going to be doing. We're going to be videoing the sessions as well. So that's going to be really cool. All right, cool. So that's all of the update stuff that I have. I just want to chat with you guys just a little bit. It's beautiful outside. I walked out of church. I was like, man, it is so nice. We should have met in a park. So I apologize. Maybe the next meeting we'll meet somewhere outside or do something fun. Yeah, exactly. And that's why we did it. Bobby. Thank you, Bobby. Yeah. All right. That's cool. Yeah. So anyway, I want to give you guys a little bit of background about me. You guys are probably like, who is he? Why is he here? What's going on? So my name's Ron. I have a beautiful wife, Brooke. If you guys have not met her yet, she's the one that talks all the time and always smiling and cheery. So she's definitely my better half and keeps me positive. So if you guys haven't met her yet, I'm sure she'll come around and meet you guys. I was actually in the military for about 8.5 years. I was in the Air Force, got to travel all over the world, and that was really cool. And just something that's kind of shaped who I am and as far as my leadership style goes and some different things like that. So that just kind of gives you a little bit of a background for what I do. So at that point, I ended up getting out of the military back in like 2012, 2013, and I landed in Washington, D.C. And so in Washington, D.C., I started going to a church called Capital City Church. And this is kind of where my ministry took off. That's where I started to really dive into the creative world. I have a passion for just creating environments and seeing creatives be able to serve and operate in their gifts and their talents. I just think there's something so cool about it. All the people come together and we just create a moment in a service, and that changes somebody's life. They leave and they're never the same again. And now, obviously, there are a lot of things that contribute to that, but that's one of my favorite things in the world to do, and so I'm passionate about it. So from there, I ended up going to Bible college at Lancaster Bible College and working on my degree in biblical studies. And I got a degree in transportation and applied science from the Community College of the Air Force. So that has absolutely nothing to do with anything, but hey, I just figured I'd tell you because it's cool, you know? I got that little printout and like, I don't know, I never get to use it anywhere, so I figured I'd, say that. Anyway, so I'm absolutely passionate about the local church, and I'm passionate about what we're doing here at Epic. I got to meet Kent probably 3.5, 4 years ago, something like that, at just a small conference. And I remember I was serving in a church called Freedom Life, and he came and spoke. And I always remember every time he would come to speak, we would all, like, my mom, my family, we all went to Freedom Life. We'd always, like, leave crying, you get that, like, emotional, like, feeling at the end. And I was like, man, that guy is absolutely passionate. And, like, little did I know that, like, 4 years later, I would actually get to serve underneath him and his leadership. And so I'm extremely grateful. I'm pumped to be here and just excited about the opportunity. I want to go ahead. I don't have a lot of slides. And again, I want to go through this stuff fairly quickly, but I want to hit the point. So you guys all came in. This was sitting on your chair. If you guys can take this out, we're going to go through it. This is an updated listing of some things that Chris probably gave to you guys a little while back. In the very back, it has some positions and things. This is what I actually hand out to anybody that's new or coming or onboarding onto the team. So I updated it, and I made some changes to it. And I want to go through that with you guys today. First, our production mission, again, beneath the parameters of our vision in the church, is Epic Production exists to build a community who use audio, video, and lighting technology to enhance the worship experience and help create high-quality, distraction-free environments that support the mission and vision of Epic Church. Big, fancy words, crazy stuff, all that good stuff. So, anyway, what that means is what we're doing. We do this day in, day out on Sundays. And you guys are killing it. And I want to continue to help us move forward from what we're doing right now and just kind of set some more culture and structure. We are growing. As Pastor Kent said, we're going to the 5th location, 6, 7, 8, 9, who knows where that goes. And so I want to make sure that we're setting up some boundaries and just some things on our teams as we start to bring more people on. This is actually something that I didn't put in here, but I should have because it's super exciting. Over the last 3 months, we have had 10 people join our team on the production team. 10 people. That's awesome. So that's at all of our locations combined. 10 people join the team. So that's a big deal. People are going to be coming on. As we're reaching more people, as that number grows of the people that are coming, they're going to want to join our team. And I want our team to be contagious. I want our team to be a place that people want to serve. They see us serving. They see us everywhere. Every location, they see us walking around and fixing stuff and sweating and running around and all that crazy stuff that happens. And so I want when they come on and they find out about what our team's all about, I want them to be like, that's the team I want to be on. Because again, I may be a little bit biased, but the production team is the best team at Epic Church. So besides the teaching team, of course. It's true. I can say that. I'm allowed to say that. All right, awesome. So, hey, if you want to turn to the first page, hey, we made some upgrades to what it's going to look like. At each location, you guys are going to get these fancy laminated handouts, and these are now going to go somewhere. They're going to either be on the side of your production rack, or I'll get a fancy little plastic holder. But I really want us to remember these and live by these and really help each other stay accountable to these. So as I go through, I'm going to kind of read what it is and then give you some like practical tips and some things to move forward. And also, for anybody that's admin in this room, if you find a misspelled word or some sort of grammatical error, please let me know. That's not my strong suit. I poured over it, but I'm pretty bad at that stuff. So, all right, so we'll go through. Number one, this is important. So, let's see here. This is important. What we do matters a lot. Every aspect of what we do adds or distracts from our environments and someone's experience on a Sunday morning. Remember your first time at Epic? Every position on the production team is very important. Treat your position as a priority. So when people walk into the room, that's the first thing that they're seeing is what that room looks like. You have a question?
Period at the end of
Please. Thank you. Thank you so much. If you guys see them. Wow. So I'm off to a great start. Awesome. Thank you. Cool. So period. All right. Anyway, when you come in, that's what people see. It's an environment. That's what we do. We create environments. When people walk in, they're like, man, is the music's bumping. I feel something good. There's like cool lights. I don't know. They walk in, they feel something. It looks a little bit different. And that's attributed to what we do. So a practical tip. This is important. Check your emails. Respond. Accept Planning Center requests. If you have to decline, please give a short description in that little box that they provide for you when you decline. Just to let us know. Just, hey, out of town, can't make it, tired of serving, whatever that might be, let me know. That way I can help you and talk to your leader and help you guys move forward. So that would help me out a lot. These are going to be, again, very practical. So I just want to be straightforward with you guys. That's the kind of guy I am. I'm just going to tell you how it is, and we're going to all be friends at the end of it. So number 2, we are in this together. This is a team. You don't show up and serve with strangers. You are relationally connected to those you serve with. We're all carrying the weight of a Sunday morning together. When one person drops the weight, the rest of the team has to pick it up. It does not just go away. And most of you guys know that. Most of you guys have felt that and feel that. Remember that people count on you and you count on people. Honor your commitment. Honor the people that you serve with. So something practical about that. Be present. Show up. Get to know details about the people you serve with. Their family, their friends, their occupations. Communicate. It is okay to miss sometimes. Life happens. Just let us know. Just communicate. So that brings me to the summer. Summer's coming up. Everybody loves to go out of town. I get it. I like to go to the beach and hang out with my family and stuff. Just let us know. Planning Center has this cool feature where you can block dates out. Just go in there and block them out for whatever you have coming up this summer. And then you don't even really have to communicate because we know when we go to roster you, we won't be able to. So that would just be a huge help. I know that all of the leaders that are scheduling it at your teams, at your location, they just need to know who's available and who's not. That way we can plan accordingly and get the help. All right, number 3, we are on time. This is so important, it gets its own value. Being late affects others and the culture of the team. Being on time means being ready at the call time, not walking in at the call time. Guys, this is something big for me. When I was in the military, we had to do this thing. It was 15 minutes prior. You were always 15 minutes early to everything. Now, I'm not telling you guys, hey, you got to be 15 minutes prior. But it's just one of my things that I've always, come and I'm prepared and I want to, be ready for the day. And this is big because a lot of our locations, we've got minimal time to get set up. And is there not always something that goes wrong in the morning that you wish you had 2 more hours to get ready? So it's important, man. Just try to be there, whether your call time's at 6 or your call time is at 7:30 or 7, whatever that looks like for you. And if you are running late, just let somebody know because we're the guys that are running around, we're sweating, we're like, oh no, where are these people at? Are they going to show up? Are they going to leave us hanging? So just let somebody know if you are running late. That way we can breathe. And it says, don't be late. We honor and respect our team when we're on time. Number 4, I own my position. I am the primary person responsible for making sure my position is set up and ready to execute. Find ways to practice what you do on a regular basis. Come up with new ideas to execute what you do better. So practically, make sure all the needed songs and files are in there. This is just something practical for like ProPresenter. Ask questions to make sure it's correct. If you're not sure, talk to your leader, your production coordinator, and find out if something it needs to be a different way. And then this is something else that I didn't think about until a little bit ago. ProPresenter is a free download. So like anybody can go on to renewedvision.com and download ProPresenter for free. The only thing that will happen is when you actually send a file out, it will have like a watermark on it. So you can't like use it to like put up presentations, but you can use it to practice. So if you want to get to know more about what to do and some of the transitions and some different things that are in there, let me know. I would love to send you guys a file from one of our previous Sundays so you guys can upload it and practice and check it out and tear it apart and find new ways and better ways. Stuff's always changing. I'm not always going to be able to stay on top of what's happening. I'm going to try my best, but you guys push me. So if you find a new way to do something or something cool that's came out, let me know. And we'd love to update some things that we're doing. So let me see where I was here. Yeah, so if any of you guys do want more information on that, let me know, but you can download it. It's a free download. Number 5, we make it happen. Good enough is never good enough for us. We want to be great, excellent, perfect. While achieving perfection isn't always possible, it doesn't mean we stop striving for it. Don't hope something will be correct or done. Personally, take the steps to ensure it. So, guys, this is another big thing. I mean, what we're doing, we're not just like, it's not just a job. We're not just coming, we're not just serving. We are serving God. Like, we are putting our best foot forward in what we're doing. So why not be excellent in that? He's given us his all. Let's give him our all. And whether that's, you're following along intently with the lyrics, or you're following along with the message and you're trying to be ahead of it, give it your all. Like, it is important. I know sometimes it may not necessarily feel like it, but man, it's important. And let's give it our best and tighten things up. Some of you that know me already, you see me on a Sunday morning, I like to point things out. I'll be like, hey, that light's a little off, or hey, that thing looks like this and stuff like that. I'm not criticizing you guys. I just want to tighten things up and I want to help you out, and eventually all together you guys are going to be doing it. I want you to come up to me and be like, yo, that light is messed up, or that looks like this. Like, let me know, because I want to get better myself as well. So let's all push each other to be excellent and just create excellent environments in what we're doing. Make it happen. All right, so and then some practical tips with that. If you can't find a way, make one. 9 times out of 10, there is a way to make something happen. If you cannot figure it out alone, collectively ask and get some suggestions from other teammates. So a lot of stuff that we do, like at Parkside, I'll give you an example this morning. So we had to add some uplighting for Kent. When he would speak, we were getting a lot of shadows, so we tried to add a little bit more uplighting. So I kind of rigged something up as to where, and Richard was here helping me out with it. We put the lights on the center line, and then we had to create this like weird switch system. So we like daisy chained all these lights together, then chained them to an extension cord, and then chained that to an extension cord, and then chained that to like a switch on like an outlet, all the way up at the lighting board. So I know that's crazy, but it worked. So we were able to, and it had a surge protector on it, so if anything went crazy, we weren't gonna blow it. Matt's having a heart attack back there, but it worked. And you know what? It was cool. It actually worked out. We made it happen. When the lights went off, he flicked the switch, it went off, and it went back on. Obviously, that's not going to stay like that at all. Like, we are fixing our lighting system, and things are going to get a lot better. But we did what we had to do at this moment, and it was cool. So if you have something, obviously work with your coordinator or your leader and find out the best way to do it, but try to come up with some ideas to make things better, or, get things done. We had another example, Easter. Pastor Kent came to me and said, hey, I want stars on the ceiling. And we were like, all right, let's do this. Actually, I didn't think it was going to work. I wasn't sure what would happen. He was like, let's try a disco ball. Let's hit it with a light and get it up on the ceiling. Was it not pretty cool? You guys all saw it at the location. It turned out really cool at Parkside. So that was awesome, and we made it happen. It was something that we did. We got it done at each location, And it took a little bit extra time, but it made the experience so much better for somebody on Easter. So that was really cool. All right, number 6, we don't have to, we get to. Serving on this team is a privilege and an opportunity. We get to do what we do. We are doing ministry together. You have been chosen to serve at such a time as this. Take advantage of this opportunity. So practically, stay positive. We are serving. We are not working. Be grateful and stay humble. This is something that is such a big deal for me. So all of these have big impact in my life, and I truly want to live by these. So if you don't see me doing it or there's something that I could be better at, please let me know. But I want us all together as a team, as a family, to hold each other accountable to these things as we move forward. But we don't have to do what we're doing at all. You guys can sleep in the morning, you could do whatever you want, but you choose to do it. You get to do it. It's an opportunity for us to help affect somebody's life and change somebody's life on a Sunday morning. So I'm passionate about that, and I want you guys to keep that at the forefront of what we do. So there's something else that we're going to put on at our locations as well. So it's another printout. It's laminated. It's also on the back of your folders, so you guys have both of these. It says, "It is a privilege to be on this team. Thank you, God, for choosing me." So this is just something for us just to remember, like, hey, this is why we're doing what we're doing. This means something, and that's just a reminder that we'll have at each of our locations. So you might only be here for 1 month, 1 year, or 10 months, but be present in your season. God has chosen you for such a time as this, and be all in. I mean, it really doesn't matter. What you do, we go from Sunday to Sunday, and like you guys giving it all on your Sunday is such a big deal. It helps us all get the mission done and to advance the gospel forward and keep doing what we're doing. So just plant yourself and continue to make an impact in people's lives. And just think about it the next time you're like grumbling about how early it is and how annoying it is, or something's broke, or something's just, I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about, though. There's always something that's going on. Just try to change that perspective as to like, man, we get to do this. This is such a big deal, what I'm doing. And so that's going to help us, because as people come on and they start onboarding onto our team, we want to create that healthy culture of like, yo, you have no idea what you get to do. Like, she's not here right now, but Rhonda chose to join our team just a couple weeks ago. She's also going to be serving on the worship team. But she just came on the team, and Easter, we have a crazy light system at Parkside where we have to have somebody actually physically turn the lights on and off. And Rhonda, first week, didn't even know she was on the production team. She sat in this room that was like 115 degrees, I'm not even kidding, all day, both services, and turned the lights on and off for our cues. So stuff like that, man. Like, she got what we were doing and how important that was, and it just created such a better environment for somebody when we were able to do that. So I'm all about that. That's awesome. The other thing that I have, again, let me see, what time is it? Yeah, so I'm gonna wrap up here really shortly. I am always open for suggestions. That's my office right there. We all sit in there together. I'm there Monday through Thursday. You guys can always come in. Chad's come in before. So you guys are always welcome to come in. Let's chat about ideas. Set up a meeting. We can hang out. Let me know. And then also email if you guys have any suggestions if something's going on. And then your production coordinators at your location. So I just want to shout out to those guys right now. We've got Rod in Center City. Where are you at, Rod? Rod's the production lead over in Center City. We've got Matt Delvecchio at Parkside right now. We've got Jean in Roxborough, and Jessica's also helping out in Roxborough. And then we've got Jason Mulligan here for Fairmount. And then Chris is actually the jack of all trades. He's still helping us out right now, hopping in where we need some people. So he's rocking over at Fairmount right now as well. But those are your leaders, guys, and I want us to just continue to honor them. They take a lot of time throughout the week to schedule and to reach out to you guys and to make things happen. And just continue to honor up to them. And let me know if you guys need anything. Again, emails, whatever you've got. That's really it. And the other thing I want is, one of our values at the church is we have fun. And that's a big deal to me. I know that what we do sometimes on Sunday mornings, it doesn't always seem like it's a lot of fun because we're making it happen, and then it just happens at the split moment before the service starts. And that can get a little bit crazy and chaotic sometimes. But I want to keep it fun. I want to keep it light. If you guys have any ideas or any suggestions or anything, let me know. Shoot me an email. Let one of your leaders know. And I want to do this again. I want us to have a team day where maybe we meet at a park or we hang out, we have a barbecue, we do something. What's that? What did he say? I missed it. What did he say? Skydiving. Okay. Wow. I was not expecting that. That's cool. Yeah, skydiving. No, but for real, like, so you know. All right. But no, for real, you guys are awesome. Thank you guys all for being here. I want to pray for you really quick, and I just want to let you know something else as well. I print out what the roster is at each location. I know like we might not always talk on an everyday basis, but I pray for each and every one of you guys by name, and for your families, and I really do mean that. I care about you guys, and if you're ever going through anything or you need to talk or you need anything, please let me know. I do. I love talking to people, and I'm always there for you guys. So that's it. I'm going to pray for you guys, and then feel free to hang out. There's more chicken back there, tons of food, and we'll just have fun. So, cool. Father God, thank you so much, Lord. I thank you for this team. I thank you for each and every person that's here, God, and just for their hearts to serve, Lord. I pray that as we continue to move forward, God, and grow this team, and as the church grows, Lord, that we would just continue to stay in your will, Lord, and that we would follow your plan for what you have for us here at Epic, God. Be with our teams, Lord, as we grow, as we bring new people on, as we develop leaders and new ideas and new ways to do things, Lord. I pray that you would just be with us throughout those. And I pray just a huge prayer over all of our technical difficulties that we have. Someday they will all stop. In Jesus' name, we won't have any, and that will be awesome. But until that day, we will continue to push forward. And we thank you that we get to serve and for the opportunity that we have. We love you. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Cool. Hey, thank you guys so much.